Hello friends, it's Wild Willie again, your personal guide to outdoor adventure. Today we're going to do something unique. We're going to move our adventure indoors and we're going to go on a search and a hunt for some wild southern Missouri wildcats. Now these cats are very dangerous, so we're going to have to be careful. With me as always to help me out is my good friend Jeffrey. Jeffrey's sitting there in the chair. Say hello to Jeffrey. Jeffrey, for those of you who watched our last episode, Jeffrey fell in the river while he was trying to cross. Idiot. Anyway, we did get him out. Got him out safe and sound. He's okay. We got him out in just under 45 minutes. Took us about 43 minutes to get him out of the water. We had to organize and get some things done correctly so none of the rescuers were injured. But we got him out, got him warmed up and dried out a little bit. And Jeffrey's doing just fine. So, as I said, today we're going to go on an adventure of hunting down some Missouri wildcats. Now, these cats, their scientific name is Domesticus felinus. They are very wild and very vicious animals and very vile, and they're worse than bunnies and squirrels. They're just nasty. They got claws and they're terrible animals. And it's estimated that here in southern Missouri that 9 out of 4 people keep cats. Now, I do understand, I did a little bit of studying on this, and it looks like in 54 states, it is legal to divorce your wife if she owns 2 of these. The other 12 states do not have such laws, so I don't know whether you live in one of those states, but it might be something you want to check into if your wife is asking for 2 or 3 cats, because that means there's probably some kind of mental illness going on. But as I said, these cats, these Domesticus felinus animals are very vicious and very wild, and we're going to go on a search for them. But as we have found, most of the time they live indoors, so that's why we brought our outdoor adventure indoors. So come with me. We're going to take a little stroll through the residence here and see if we can locate any signs of these animals. Now we're going to be looking for different kinds of signs. We're going to be looking for prints. We're going to be looking for access to the structure, to the dwelling. We're also going to be looking for things like feces and urine, which the animals can spread all over just about anywhere. So if we find that, we'll know that we've got some of these felinus animals present. Now, looky here. Jeffrey's just pointed out something that he's located. We have found their access point to the structure. Now, I want you to look at this, folks. Right down here is a hole that the cats have cut into the wall. They've probably burrowed or gnarled their way through. They probably have chewed through the drywall and the insulation, and they have created an access point to the structure. So now we know that we've probably got this type of animal present here because we see the signs of them being able to get into the structure. So that's good. That's good. Okay, now Jeffrey's also pointed out something else. I want you to look here, folks. Look down here with me. Right down here. What do we have here? We have a litter box. And in this litter box is some feces and a small spot of urine. So yes, folks, let's bring this up here where we can kind of get access to it. It's because I want you to analyze this with me, because this is how we're going to find out what type of animal we're dealing with, whether it's a male or female, how big it is, where it's been. We can even tell by analyzing the feces where the animal has been, and then we can track it there and try to get some good video of this Domesticus felinus. What's that? Jeffrey says that the best way to analyze the urine and the feces is to taste it. So we're going to start with the urine. Now Jeffrey's kind of my expert on these sort of things, so he's going to be giving us some instruction as we go. We're going to start with the urine spot right here, and this will tell us whether this is a male or a female by how strong the urine is. So we're going to start by getting just a little bit of the litter here, and we're going to taste that. It's very strong. Tastes like ammonia. Okay, so we are probably dealing with a large male. Okay, so yes, a large, strong male felinus is probably what we're dealing with by the taste of the urine. And that's nasty. And so we're going to be looking for a male. Now that means we're going to have to be extra careful because these males can be very vicious, very vicious. So now to be able to try to figure out where these animals have been, then we can track them to where maybe they are. We're gonna sample the feces as well. So we have 2 large droppings here. We're gonna take a nice little pinch of this one down here, and we're gonna taste it. Okay. Okay. First, by looking, if you notice, there's some nuts and maybe a little bit of grass and stuff in there. It tastes very strong. It tastes a little bit like garbage. So they've probably been in the neighbor's garbage. And it tastes really vile. So these animals are probably going to nasty places. So we're going to be looking for dark, damp, nasty places. What? I don't want to taste anymore. That stuff's nasty. Okay. Jeffrey says we got to try just a little bit more to kind of get a good bead on where these animals are staying. All right. So I'm gonna try it again, and yes, I can taste some fish, and maybe a little bit of ragweed or something along that line. I can tell that the animal has probably been licking his own butt, and I see some rather large chunks. If you'll notice right here, some large nuts. So he's probably been eating some kind of wild nut or berry. And it's just very vile and disgusting. So anyway, that's all the preliminary work that we're going to do right now. We've got a good idea of where these animals are, what kind of animal we're looking at, a large male. And so in our next episode, we're going to see if we can get some film of these animals, actually get them on film. Now, this is going to be dangerous, so I would suggest that you put your small children out of the room and keep them from watching what might happen, because who knows what happens with these wild animals. They're crazy, and we can't script this, so we're going to have to just sneak up on them, and whatever we film is what we're going to film. So I'm warning you ahead of time. It could be rated PG, up to PG. So be careful with your children on this. All right, so for now, this is Wild Willie saying get outside and have your own wild adventure and enjoy the great outdoors. Jeffrey, that tastes like